You know, that was a scrapped video. But I think it's time to bring it back.
Hello? I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl who looked...
Okay, so I love Gundam, right? Everything about it. I also love making things that couldn't be real. So I thought to myself and decided that I would make a Gundam or mobile suit kind of thing real. This was a good idea because most of the mechs in real life, right? They're slow, they're big, they're bulky, they're heavy, you know. They're not as good as the shows, you know. So I was thinking that, well, this challenge is the speed challenge, you know? Do something that's fast. So I was like, well, why don't I just make, you know, a Gundam? But I was like, well, how is that going to go with being fast? So I was like, well, I could make the Barbados, which is a very fast mobile suit, very fast Gundam in terms of not like flight speed, but like agility and reflexes and, you know, all that stuff. So yeah, I decided to do that. But I wanted to make it real. So I tried to make a fast mech that would be real. And fast can be taken with a grain of salt. I mean, I'm stupid and we don't have the technology for that. So yeah, so I hope you enjoy, and honestly hope this video does good, you know. Alright, so let's just start off with supplies. I used Tinkercad to make the model and use lots of like references. I have a 3D printed Metal Gear Rex. I have my high grade Barbados Lupus Rex that I used. And I have some bunch of reference photos from like Pinterest, Google. I went to the USA Gundam store to find models, or like to find pictures of ones. But yeah, I used all that. I used a lot of Google and some Wikipedia for some like details and stuff, because I don't really know most of the stuff off the top of my head. And no AI, absolutely no AI. I hate AI. I hate everything about it. So I did not use any AI, like any of it. When this challenge was introduced to me, I really wanted to do it, but I just couldn't think of like what to do, you know? Now, obviously, as the concept of being speed, I had to do something with that. So I looked at my options, and I love planes, and I was like, all right, let's maybe model a plane, but I'm not very good at it, and it wouldn't work out the way I would want it to, so I ruled that out. I'm making custom jet engine for about 2 years now, but it's 2 years into the project, so I can't do that. So I was thinking, why don't I do a Gundam, because I love Gundam, right? So yeah, and I chose to make a real life version of the Gundam Barbados, which it definitely did not come out like that. I mean, the arms are a little bit like it, maybe the body, kind of, the legs, I guess I could see it. It's not, okay? It's not, but it looked really nice, and it reminded me of a scrap YouTube video that I was going to make, where I had the real Barbados that I was going to try and make in Tinkercad, you know, make all of the frame and everything, and make it real, but I scrapped that video. So yeah, I kind of reopened that video here. I used Tinkercad for the modeling, used lots of references, you know, images, all that stuff. I talked about that. So I think the legs are a little weak in detail. Like the blocks, they're just kind of blocks. They serve their purpose, but they're basically just like clear blocks. I'm not 100% happy with how it looks, especially the head. Oh my god, the head, I did so bad on the head, I'm sorry. But yeah, and then the cockpit, right, the chest, the body part, amazing. Great detail, realistic, right? It's just beautiful. I would say that the arms look really good. They're super, like, they're really inspired by the Barbados's arms, and they're pretty much exactly like, I've been trying to make the Barbados's arms in a 3D model for a year now, and I could never do it until I tried this one. It's great, but they're not as realistic. And again, the legs are just not that great. The project was a lot of fun. It took me 5 hours with modeling, and 5 hours in modeling. Editing, recording, all that stuff. I'm not sure how long that's going to take, but took at least 5 hours for modeling, and probably going to take about a week to make the whole video. But yeah, no, this was a lot of fun, honestly. And I'm probably going to do a lot more now that I know what this Instructables thing is, honestly. This was a great introduction to it. Alright. Okay. We need to explain what I'm doing here. So as this time-lapse goes by, let's just start with the body, because that's, where I started. That's where all projects start somewhere, and I started with the body. This one started with the body, of course, and now I was going to go for like the reference image that I have. It flashes on the screen. If you look in the description, I will have the link to this Instructables, and you can see all the reference images and all the images and all the script of this video. You can see all of the information, all that little stuff. But yeah, I like its reference image, so I kind of just threw it together and hope for the best. And honestly, it's realistic, but it's not good. Like, it doesn't look good like the reference image. It's tight, it's small, it's packed with detail. It looks nice, but it also doesn't look good. It doesn't look like the reference image, which I'm not happy about. But we can get past that. That's fine. Yeah, and I kind of just threw it together. It's got very good protection, and I tried to go all out with detail, but then I realized that track is starting, and I can't do any of this video editing over the weekend, and it's Friday right now. I'm so cooked. I need to record this right now and get the video edited tonight, because I might be able to edit it over the weekend, but once Friday starts, I have track, and I just won't have time. So I'm cooked, dude. So yeah. Anyway, I feel like I need to go back and redo it some other time. But yeah, so it's got about 3 inches of protection of like wall in the weakest parts. The strongest being about a foot. These measurements are just kind of out of my head. I did not give myself enough time. I heard about this Instructables thing like a couple days ago, and I'm realizing that it's March 6th, and it ends the 14th, so I don't have that much time. Anyway, yeah, so I would say that all of its metals and all of its shell, like its armor and stuff, would probably be made out of titanium, because it's strong, but it's also light, with some, of course, carbon fiber parts where it doesn't need like that much strength, but it needs to be light, because if you want it to go fast, you want it to be light, so I try to keep it as low weight as possible so it can move faster and put less strain on the joints too. That's a big thing, putting less strain on the joints, yeah, so it's has a screen that sits right at your face and uses the camera feed from the head. So the screen is like, right at your face. It uses the camera feed from the cameras in the head, and then it goes straight out so you can see all around, almost 360. It's great, but the screen is just a screen, so I'm not sure how that would work, but whatever. Again, I'd probably have to go through this and redo it. Yeah, the head, though, it's changed a lot. It started out more looking like the head of the Metal Gear Rex, but then I changed it a couple times and I just couldn't get it right. So whatever it is now is just what it's going to look like. And it, honestly, like the arms make it look like a Gundam, the legs make it look like the Metal Gear Rex, and then the body makes it look like something some guy threw together in his garage, and then the head makes it look like it's a production line, like drone or something. You know, it's weird. But yeah, it's not that great. Anyway, the body is packed with goodies. So we've got batteries in there, we've got oxygen tanks, missiles, machine guns, ammo storage, a bunch of electrical systems, control sticks, the pedals, the view screen, and a systems monitor screen, the seat, everything. It's got the whole package. Now let's move on to the arms, because I love the arms. The arms are very heavily inspired by the Barbados, the Lupus Rex arms, and the shoulder armor is by the sixth form, the Barbados sixth form, which I really love those shoulders. Anyway, it has multi-axis joints at the shoulders and a strong elbow joint. So the elbow joints are just, you know, a kind of linear, like up and down, or it's like a hinge. It's just a little hinge. And the multi-axis joints have 4 hydraulics in the corner, so it can move forward, it can move back, it can move up and down, and then it can also rotate up and down. So it can have all the axes of control, other than like linear left and right, and it has other than linear left and right, forward and back and up and down, those are all roll and pitch and stuff, and yaws instead. But it's really good. So, yeah. The lower arms have little storages in the back of them, which I took straight from the Gundam. I mean, dude, it's like straight there. I have on its right arm, it has a sword, and then on its left arm, it has a cannon. But I'm also thinking that it could probably have missile pods. You could just have nothing at all, maybe to make it lighter. It could have machine guns. It could have an extra arm, like the actual Barbados Lupus Rex has the little, like, little kind of arm thing, like claw in the back that can help hold weaponry. It could have a shield. I don't know, a shield. It could have a blade arm where the blade doesn't pop up. It's not like a sword, but it's all around it. So if you punch and then you miss, you could like slice them. And it could have like supply crates. You could put supplies in there. I don't know how much you fit, probably some food maybe, but you could put stuff in there. The hands are very strong with, I just estimated like 1 ton of grip strength. I don't know if that's right or not, but you know, they also have diamond tip nails to pierce their enemy armor. So to go with more of the Gundam theme, where it just went straight for its enemies, slicing them, grabbing, you know, all that stuff. It can also hold custom-made weapons, which I didn't make any, and that would probably be inefficient, judging by the fact that no other platform would be able to use them, you know? So I was just thinking, like, you know, yeah. And let's see, they can also hold supply crates if needed to be. Yeah. Now, let's talk about the legs. So, you know, of course, my luck being that the legs, time-lapse just didn't want to load. I love this. I love every second of this. So, yeah, they just didn't want to load, it just didn't want to save. So I don't have a build time-lapse of me doing that. But anyway, they were very heavily inspired by the Metal Gear Rex. And again, check my instructibles. You can see all of the pictures and stuff there. I said that the legs are hollow. They're as hollow as possible because we want very light. It needs to be as light as possible because it needs to be able to go fast. But it needs to be strong still. But the motors can get the mech running at speeds of, I estimated, around 50 miles an hour, and then on like roads, and then like on like rough terrain, you know, 30 miles, maybe 40. It's not this whole project isn't as realistic as I thought it would be. But I mean, it ties into the task, or at least I tried. I should have done this with a schedule. I should have known about this earlier, you know. But yeah, anyway, just to wrap things up, it took me about a week to complete. I mainly just wanted to do this because it was fun, and I love trying to make things for science fiction a reality. I honestly think I could have done way better, but I'm happy with the results. It looks cool. I'm definitely going to make different versions of this. I have a whole bunch of stuff that I've made in Tinkercad. My user is Julian Penabianco, so if you want to see that, you can look at all my stuff, because I have a whole bunch of stuff that I've never talked about on YouTube that I've been planning for a while, that I've been making models and planning for a while. So maybe I'll release that video soon, maybe not, who knows. But yeah, my YouTube channel, Void08. Hope this gets somewhere in the challenge, and I hope the video does good. So I worked really hard for this, so yeah, thanks. See you in the next one.
Все вокруг танцуют, пьют и веселятся. Ты самая красивая, но так не хочешь танцев. Музыка ужасная, да и одно так скучно. Ребят, мы не знакомы, но со мной будет получше. Если хочешь плакать, то я буду плакать тоже. Я надену платье, буду на тебя похожи. Можешь не смотреть и называть меня как хочешь. Все вокруг тупое,